G'day and welcome back to the Net Network. My name's Dan. Thanks for watching. This video is for students who are putting together academic PowerPoint presentations and are a bit nervous about doing their voiceover. Maybe they're not comfortable publicly speaking as much as the internet is a public place. Maybe they're not comfortable with hearing their own voice, or even unsure about how to go about recording the voice and putting it all together on their computer. So these are my top 5 tips. Okay, tip number 1, recording. If you're on a Mac, use the internal mic that comes with all the new MacBooks and even the desktop Macs, and use GarageBand's podcast feature. If you're on a PC, use Audacity. It's a free audio program, and I'll put a link down here. The reason why you want to use that is because it's got features like normalization and EQing and reverb and stuff like that. In both cases, use your internal microphones. You don't need an expensive microphone. I recorded all my voiceovers that I've used for uni on the internal microphone on my MacBook. If you don't have an internal microphone and you've just got like a jack to plug a 1.5 mini, that's what you're asking for if you need to go out and buy one, a 1.5 mini jack from JB Hi-Fi, or, you know, I'm not endorsing JB Hi-Fi anywhere, you get it online. Just a cheap microphone that will plug into that. You don't need an expensive one. If you're going out to record an album or something like that, by all means go and spend some big money on a microphone. But if it's just for voiceovers, for academic reasons, you only need a cheap microphone. But once you've finished recording that audio, this is the important part. You need to normalize it. Now, there's a feature in Audacity called normalization, or normalize. In GarageBand, you just, you know, it's in preferences. What you want is a nice even volume throughout the whole thing. You don't want some bits quiet and some bits loud. And that normalization process will do that. My next tip is to match the video to the audio. And what I mean by that is to match the slides to the voiceover that you're giving. You don't want to create a slideshow that fits in a certain amount of time and then have to record the voiceover the top of it. Why do I say this? Well, when people present a slideshow live, they usually control the slides that are coming up. So the slideshow matches what they're saying, not the other way around. They're not limited to time, except in those special competitions where they are. If you haven't checked that out, I'll put a link down to those sort of presentation competitions. Very interesting. But in this case, you should either record your audio first by creating a slideshow and then you know, creating your audio while skipping through your slideshow, and then putting the timing of the slideshow together. And you can do that by using your PowerPoint software, your presentation software, and you export the PowerPoint as a video file. And then you put that into an editor and put the two together, and you can just chop and change and extend bits as you need it. Or you can do it on a lot of the recent PowerPoint presentation software that's going around. You can do it like by timing the slides. Either or, you should time your presentation to the audio, not the other way around. Now, the third might get me into trouble with academics, and I'm sorry, but my specialty is public speaking, not academia. That's what I'm talking about. So the tip is, don't write a script. Write bullet points. Now, that goes against all essay writing and all that. That goes against everything. But if you actually know about what you're speaking about, writing, you know, you can write a good, solid bullet point. You know, you can write it over several pages, but just bullet points. So you leave in expression. When you're reading, you know, especially when people aren't used to public speaking and they're reading from a script, it definitely sounds like that, and there's no room for your inflection or your excitement to come through. And in this particular subject that I will be posting the video mainly for, which is Hum 100 for you OUA students, there's such a wide variety of subjects you can pick. So, you know, you can get passionate about what you select to study. And if you're not passionate about what you select to study, I still recommend this technique. I think writing a script will make your video presentation, the audio of it, sound stale and a little bit yeah, like it's read from a script. I mean, if that's what makes you comfortable and that's what you have to do, please do that. But maybe give it a couple of reads and then, you know, and see how you go over the process when you become more comfortable with the script. Maybe then record it. So there's room for your inflection and to show a bit of enthusiasm about what you're presenting. This tip's about mic technique. Don't get too close. You can always turn it up. If you get too close and it distorts, you can't turn that distortion down. Okay, so you don't want to be right on top of your microphone like this. Because if I get I'm not going to do it because I hate that sound on videos. But if you get really close to your microphone, it's going to distort. And you're better off recording a bit further away. Not so it's like a tiny little mouse, but you're better record further away and then normalize or turn the volume up like I was speaking about in tip 1. So don't get too close to that mic. It's an academic audience, but it's also an audience. So you don't want to speak like you were reading from an essay, such and such author reports, quote, or such and such findings reveal, quote. And the best way to avoid that is by introducing the people that you're quoting. You know, such and such, who was a molecular biologist from, you know, Boston, reported in his 1996 journal, blah, 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 blah. You know, it seems it's a little bit more conversational, and it also shows the markers that you have researched the quote that you're using beyond just Googling for that particular reference. Even if you haven't, I mean, you might just, like me, Google for the quote and then Google for the author and chop that together and make it seem like you've done all this research. It's a good tip. Well, that's it. That's my top 5 tips for voiceovers for academic presentations and PowerPoints. I will be doing more videos on this. I just wanted to do a top 5 and start off my tutorial playlist. If you're new to the channel, please check it out. I've got a whole bunch of playlists. There's even some humour and entertainment for you. Until next time, more videos soon.